When Beyonce was 3, I took her to a Triumph tour with Michael Jackson and his brothers.
Wow.
And my friend said, well, if you go to this certain area at the Astrodome, he's gonna come out that way. So I had her out there. It was a group of about 20 people. He walks over, tries to grab her. And she loved him so much, she was just overwhelmed as kids do, and she just started crying, and you know, she wouldn't go to him. But what are the odds of that?
Wow.
And she said then, I'm gonna be like Michael Jackson. And I was like, yeah, okay.
Look at her now.
Look at her now. And I just think that that's how fate and God work.
Media trainers have been training older artists to lie and say they were as much as 10 years younger than they were. It's all to sell you records, to sell you a image.
People are once again talking about the rumor that Solange is Beyoncé's daughter. Some claim it may have come from Tina Knowles' close circle. Wendy Williams is said to have old information connected to the story. Reports also suggest Richard Lawson, Tina's ex-husband, is sharing details. He is reportedly backing claims that Solange could be Beyoncé's child. These talks remain unconfirmed, but continue to spread online among fans and entertainment blogs. Nothing has been proven by any reliable source yet.
Who was partners with L.A. Reid and Babyface in Atlanta, and these guys had this competitiveness. L.A. had a girls group. I bet you don't know who his lead singer was.
No.
Pink.
Oh.
She's the exact same age as Beyonce, and there used to be this battle which group was better. You had Usher, he was the same age. They were all 14 and 15 years old, living in Atlanta.
Every time people dive into the Knowles family story, they start to believe there is more going on behind the scenes than the public ever sees. Some fans think a lot of details were carefully controlled to protect Beyoncé's image and career. That is partly why some believe Tina Knowles moved quickly to restrict what Richard Lawson could say after their separation. The two were close for decades before they became a couple in 2013, so many assumed their breakup would remain peaceful. However, legal documents from their divorce included a strict non-disclosure and non-disparagement agreement. It prevented Lawson from speaking negatively about the Knowles family or sharing private matters. This has led people to wonder what kind of information required such strong legal protection. At the same time, old rumors about Beyoncé's age have resurfaced. While her public records list her birth year as 1981, there was once an alleged leak in 2006 claiming a different date, 1974, linked to the Texas Department of Health. The claim suggested she could be 7 years older than widely believed. This caused confusion and debate online. Authorities later said the document was not valid, but some people still question why such a file appeared in the first place. Supporters of the official version argue there is no real proof behind the leak and consider it misinformation. Still, conspiracy discussions continue to grow, especially when fans revisit Beyoncé's early life. For example, Tina Knowles has shared that Beyoncé attended Michael Jackson's Triumph tour in 1981, a moment often described as inspiring her passion for performing. Whether coincidence or not, these mixed stories keep public curiosity alive, even though nothing has ever been officially confirmed.
When Beyonce was 3, I took her to a Triumph tour with Michael Jackson and his brothers.
Wow.
And my friend said, well, if you go to this certain area at the Astrodome, he's gonna come out that way. So I had her out there. It was a group of about 20 people. He walks over, tries to grab her. And she loved him so much, she was just overwhelmed as kids do, and she just started crying, and you know, she wouldn't go to him. But what are the odds of that?
Wow.
And she said then, I'm gonna be like Michael Jackson. And I was like, yeah, okay.
Look at her now.
Look at her now. And I just think that that's how fate and God work.
Gabrielle Union has also spoken about her longtime connection with Beyoncé, adding another layer to the ongoing public curiosity about their past. In one interview, Gabrielle, who was born in 1972, said she and Beyoncé have known each other since they were teenagers. She explained that they shared the same hairstylist and built a friendly bond over the years. According to her, Beyoncé has always been polite, caring, and pleasant to work with, which made their friendship feel natural and easy. She described her as someone who brings positive energy and professionalism into every space she enters. However, this statement has led some people online to question the timeline of events. If Beyoncé was born in 1981, then she would have been around 9 years old when Gabrielle was 18. That age gap makes the idea of them being close teenage friends seem unusual to some observers. On the other hand, if the alternative birth year of 1974 were considered, the two would be much closer in age, with only a small difference between them. This contrast has fueled debates and speculation among fans who try to make sense of different claims. As these discussions continue, some individuals believe there has been strong control over Beyoncé's public image from early in her career. They argue that certain old photos, videos, and early footage have become difficult to find online. A few even claim that some images were removed or hidden over time, including unflattering pictures from major events. While there is no confirmed proof of intentional removal, the perception of careful image management has still contributed to ongoing theories. In more extreme versions of the rumor, people suggest that details about Beyoncé's early life may have been adjusted to protect her brand. One of the most controversial claims is that she may have become a mother at a young age, with Solange being connected to that timeline. These ideas are widely debated online, but none of them have been verified by credible evidence. They remain part of internet speculation rather than established fact. There are also claims that a former music industry employee once shared insider stories about early Destiny's Child lineups and age differences among members. According to these stories, some ages were allegedly adjusted during the group's early development. However, such statements are difficult to confirm and are often based on anonymous or second-hand accounts. Supporters of the official biography point out that adjusting ages for young performers is not unusual in the entertainment world. It has happened with several well-known artists in the past, often to make them more marketable or fit industry expectations. For example, some performers were reportedly given different birth years early in their careers, only for the truth to surface later. Despite all these rumors and theories, there is no solid evidence proving that Beyoncé's public history has been altered in the way some claim. Much of what circulates online is based on speculation, misinterpretation, or unverified stories. Still, the mix of interviews, old memories, and internet discussions continues to keep people curious, even when facts remain unclear.
Because she's a brilliant musician, and she was trained at the esteemed Berklee College of Music. Handpicked by my very good friend, Terry Lynn Carrington, Dr. Terry Lynn Carrington, who put together Beyoncé's entire female band, which was Matthew Knowles' idea because he couldn't get Beyoncé to stop people. Guess you didn't know your daughter well enough, because she just started all the girls.
After Tina Knowles and Richard Lawson ended their marriage, new claims began to circulate about what may have caused the breakup. According to these discussions, Richard allegedly felt disrespected within the family and believed he was often treated as unimportant. Some even say he felt pushed aside and ignored, which created growing tension between him and Tina. There are also accusations, though unverified, that his daughter Bianca was not treated well during the relationship. These claims have never been confirmed, but they continue to fuel online debates. As the story spreads, people suggest that Richard may now be speaking out of frustration. Rumors say he has shared private opinions about the Knowles family, including criticism of Tina's need for attention and claims about struggles in certain relationships. Some versions of the story even mention issues between Beyoncé and Jay-Z, suggesting their marriage is more for public image than reality. Others go further and link these discussions to long-running speculation about Beyoncé and Solange's family connection. However, none of these statements have been supported by solid proof. At the same time, Wendy Williams' name often comes up in these conversations. She has been known for discussing celebrity gossip throughout her radio and television career, and many believe she has heard sensitive information over the years. Some fans claim she once had strong receipts related to these rumors. However, due to her legal and health situation, she has not been publicly active in the same way, and there is no confirmed release of such information. Online reactions are divided. Some people think secrecy around famous figures naturally leads to speculation, while others believe the lack of clear answers only adds more fuel to the rumors. A few commenters argue that if there were serious truths behind these claims, they would have surfaced officially by now. Others admit they are simply curious and enjoy discussing theories, even without evidence. In the middle of all this, social media continues to amplify every detail, turning small comments into large discussions. Despite the growing chatter, Nothing about these allegations has been verified, and most of it remains based on hearsay, assumptions, and online storytelling rather than confirmed facts.